Trump lined up there with the Academy. The YouTube link is to a movie clip from Law Abiding Citizen. We've seen this before. I'm not going to play it for you because there's a few choice words in there. This is a family show trying to keep the kids in the room. Q says he fights for you. But this guy, he's basically talking about the deep state. He's a man unhinged. He's ready to go. He's let loose. He's cut loose. He's got nothing left to lose. He's lost his family. Now he's going to bring it all down. That's what he says. He says, I'm going to bring it all down. I'm going to bring the whole disease template thing down. Insert some choice words here. It's a family show. It's going to be biblical. Biblical. Those 42:09, 48 minutes after the hour.
The world is full of inspiration. It just depends on how you spend it. You can get inspiration from cartoons. See that? Whoa! Or sometimes the game itself will inspire you. You can turn it into a dance or just be completely unexpected. Whatever inspires you, you gotta grab it and make something.
I don't know what's extreme
Like, what if I
and what
pray?
isn't.
You want me to say a prayer? And the Southern Poverty Law Center is going to say, that's extreme?
Yeah. To make those statements about them. We're not allowed to have an opinion.
Why not?
Because that would be considered extreme.
Huh? No, that's not extreme. They're actually passing legislation to get them to do that freely. Right?
Yeah.
And children are allowed to go to the proceedings. There you go.
Yeah.
What the frig do I do with this show now? Huh? I'm wrapped up like a mummy. What do I do?
I know.
Oh, my God. All right, guess what, Jeff Bezos?
Yeah, be yourself.
Bezos steps down as Amazon CEO. Did you hear about that?
Yeah, and it makes me wonder why.
That's extreme.
Mm-hmm.
We can't talk about that. Huh? We can't.
Yeah, I mean, we can't talk about, the fact that Jeff Bezos is now the richest man in the world, practically.
You know what this is? This is literally
because of COVID.
This is the monetization equivalent.
But we can't say that.
Of vaccinations. Okay.
Yeah.
Like you can earn money. You just have to have your vaccine passport, right?
Yep.
You can travel. You just need to show us your papers, right?
Yeah.
Wow, this is crazy.
It is.
Now.
I was reading that.
Wow.
They're literally asking people, do you think that it is a good idea to have a passport document, vaccine documented on your passport before you can travel? And people were freaking out. They're like, no. Are you kidding me right now? I mean, they're asking all these questions, all these news organizations on all these social media platforms are now asking all these just outlandish questions and getting people to react to see what their reaction is. And I mean, people are not going along with this program. One of the questions out there I saw today was, do you think that the vaccine should be mandatory? And people were like, are you kidding me? And then there's another one where 60% of the first line workers in this country, frontline workers, doctors, firemen, police officers, 60% of them are refusing to take the vaccine. And they're saying, should they be made to? I'm like, wow, are you guys freaking kidding me? They're really going to push it that far. And I'm sorry that's extreme, D-Live, if you all think that's extreme. But that's what's in the news, and that's what everybody's talking about. Is it? I mean, who's extreme? Us for saying it, or them for actually thinking that it might be a good idea?
So I guess here's the deal. So they're setting it up so that if, we talk about extreme news and stuff like that, then we're not allowed to get paid. Mm-hmm. So they're not going to. Okay, so there's somewhat of an understanding here because they're having to comply. I mean, I have to give them the benefit of the doubt because they did say that their credit card processor is the one that said we need a mechanism in place to prevent, extremism. Right. So I understand it. So we have the option to click the button and go into that mode and say, we surrender. Right. I mean, we can literally click the button.
We're not telling anybody to go to the Capitol or to kill anybody or assassinate anybody.
We're not going to do anything extreme.
I mean, if that's what extreme is, extremism.
Now, the topics that we do cover, you can likely find it right in the mainstream. Well, I mean, in a lot of cases, they will not talk about certain things, but that does not necessarily mean that somebody that's 12 years old is excluded from our conversation because in a very fatherly and grandfatherly way, I will speak. How about that? How about if we do that? It will help because, I mean, I want to do things in a godly way. I do. And I want family members to listen in. So is that sound cool? Because, I have to practice because of where we're going. But, huh? No, I can, huh?
Yeah.
No, I can click the button and turn that off, I guess. I don't know. This is freaking crazy. Yeah. Yeah, you weren't on the air, but that's okay. Yes, I know. But they can't hear, and it's dead air, and it's just, yes, and I'm listening. That's okay. That's all right. We do a radio show. Sometimes it goes full-blown unprofessional, but that's okay. We're doing okay.
I mean, that's just some more time that they don't have to call us extremist, I guess. But, I mean, we're not calling we're not calling for people to go do anything extreme or We're
This
just
is-
not. I mean,
this is that new-
certainly in the United States of America, we're still allowed to stand up for our rights and talk about the fact that we have rights and that they are doing things.
That's an extreme statement. Yeah.
That they are doing things that are out of bounds. See, that's what's so crazy about all of this, Pete. They are the ones who are out of bounds.
Yes.
The Southern Poverty Law Center is out of bounds. These
are.
credit card companies,
They're
out of
extremists.
bound. But we're not allowed to say that they are, because that's considered extreme, and we're not allowed to say, "Oh my gosh, we're going to go to the Southern Poverty Law Center and we're going to boycott them. We are going to protest them." We're not allowed to do that anymore. Why? Because we're conservatives.
Yeah.
And automatically we're tagged. Go ahead and put the Star of David on our arm. Give us a tattoo, Southern Poverty Law Center. Put a tattoo at my arm. Give me a number, whatever. But this is getting so ridiculous. Can the people at DLive not see that this is where this is going? My goodness.
Okay, so can we say this honestly?
Right.
Mature audience only. This program is specifically designed to be viewed by adults and therefore is unsuitable for children under 17. What is the answer to that question? Are we specifically designed for adults only and children, and it's unsuitable for children under 17?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
No, our show is not. We want young children too to tune in.
Oh, well, listen, how many times we have to tell our listeners to make sure there aren't any kids in the room?
I know. So because
we walk a fine line, right?
I'll say things that are, right. So I just won't cross that line, and I shouldn't actually, because we have family members.
Well, then we won't be able to talk about anal swabbing anymore.
Yes, we can. They're talking about it in the news. We can talk about that because they're talking about it in the regular mainstream news. You turn on ABC News and there's a lady getting an anal swab.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, they're doing that. So that's a COVID thing. COVID.
Well, somebody said,
swabs.
"Don't worry about it, Pete. Jesus offended many."
Mm-hmm. All right, and then the age restriction. All political news and NSW not safe for work content that contains extreme statements. So we're going to mention political news, but just not mention any extreme statements, right?
Okay.
Yeah, there we go. And then we're allowed to earn money.
Okay, we made it through the first half hour.
Oh my God.
Only 2.5 to go.
Yeah. This is crazy. Stay right there.
We'll be right back.
Do you wake up tired? Are your kids tired too? Do you feel like you need a nap even though you slept 8 hours?
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, the inventor of MyPillow. Like you, I used to wake up more tired than when I went to bed. That's why I invented MyPillow. You can adjust my patented fill to your exact individual needs. MyPillow will hold that position all night for you regardless of your sleep position to give your entire family the best sleep ever.
After I saw the difference that MyPillow made in my life, we decided to buy pillows for our children and other people in our family because they deserve to have that same night's sleep.
MyPillow is my favorite thing in my bedroom. I love it. I can't sleep without it.
Call or go to MyPillow.com now to order your MyPillow. Use the promo code on your screen and you'll get a second pillow absolutely free. And how about this? MyPillow is the official pillow of the National Sleep Foundation. MyPillow is machine washable and dryable and comes with a 60-day money-back guarantee and an amazing 10-year warranty. Plus, every MyPillow is made in the USA.
I like the fact that it's made in the USA. I like the fact that it works.
Other pillows go flat, causing you to fold them over or use your arm for support, which can cause pain. Hard foam pillows can raise your head too high and heat up during the night, making you very uncomfortable. But the revolutionary MyPillow has patented fill that won't go flat and keeps your neck supported and aligned to your exact individual need. MyPillow helps you get and stay in deep restorative REM sleep all night long.
I personally guarantee that MyPillow will be the most comfortable pillow you'll ever own. Go to MyPillow.com or call now to order one of my pillows. When you do, I'll give you a second one absolutely free.
Call or go to MyPillow.com now. Use the promo code on your screen to get 2 MyPillows for the price of 1. MyPillow comes with an unprecedented 60-day money-back guarantee, so you've got nothing to lose. Don't delay. Buy one and get one absolutely free. Order now.
For the best night's sleep in the whole wide world, visit MyPillow.com.
Our American heroes love getting down and dirty, fighting for our freedoms and safety. My fellow Americans, the Hero Soap Company is a veteran-owned business with quality soaps and scrubs made in America for the benefit of our American heroes. Each bar of handmade soap is blended with a mix of essential oils, real goat's milk, saponified oils of safflower, palm and coconut, and all natural colorants. Place your order today by visiting myherosoap.com for a 20% discount. And for every purchase, a portion of sales is donated to charities focused on helping veterans and first responders. Visit myherosoap.com and subscribe for 20% off with promo code PETE. Every soap purchased is matched 1-to-1 and sent overseas to our troops. Go to myherosoap.com and order your soaps, scrubs, and even cool Patriot gear. Support our troops. Support our first responders. Support our heroes and let freedom clean by visiting myherosoap.com.
I'm hungry. What's to eat?
Beans again.
Did somebody say hungry? Pistol Pete's Jerky at PistolPetesJerky.com. A herd of delicious flavors. Break bronco busting hunger. Lasso up your order at PistolPetesJerky.com.
Thanks, Pistol Pete.
I made it myself. PistolPetesJerky.com. Tell them Pete sent you.
Howdy, gunslingers. Pistol Pete's Jerky is the official jerky of the Pete Santilli Show. Help me in my effort to get 1 million U.S. constitutions in the hands of as many of our fellow Americans as we possibly can. If you go to PistolPetesJerky.com, we'll send you 2 free U.S. constitutions autographed by yours truly. 2 pocket constitutions, and on top of that, we'll give you access to Chris Ann Hall's Liberty First University constitutional training. Bless the United States of America with the U.S. Constitution and training about our U.S. Constitution. Go to PistolPetesJerky.com. That's PistolPetesJerky.com.
Do you wake up tired? Are your kids tired too? Do you feel like you need a nap even though you slept 8
Sorry,
hours?
there we go. Sorry about that. I was trying to download the Mike Lindell. Let's see. This just came off the wire here, and I'm going to play it because, speaking of censorship, we're going to talk about censorship, and we're going to talk about today's top news headline, and by the way, this is the way I'm going to speak, just like if I were speaking on AM radio, which there's a high likelihood that I will be here pretty quickly, believe it or not. Did you know that? She doesn't know that. Ashley doesn't know that.
Right.
So I need to practice. So I need to be good. All right. So if it's good for FCC airwaves, it should be good for DLive, right?
It should.
What?
We'll just see how long it lasts.
Huh?
I mean, seriously, you got the button turned on. Nobody under the age of 17 is allowed to be on this channel.
No, that's not true. You're not understanding what's happening. This show is okay for people under 17. So I don't have the mature audience. The show's not.
Oh.
Yeah, it's okay for children under 17. Yeah, it's okay for people that are 12. I'm going to speak even if your children are in the room, and it should be okay, right? This show is not specific. This show is specifically made for everyone that is born, okay? Onward and upward. No extreme statements, right? It says you cannot talk about political news content that contains extreme statements, right? So I won't talk about extreme statements, and I won't talk about stuff that's not appropriate for children under 17. Good enough? There we go. I'll be myself. Does that sound fair?
Let's see how it goes.
Mm-hmm. Let's do that. Huh? What?
Just laughing.
They're laughing at me because they're betting against me right now. Okay? They're betting against me. They said I won't last until the end of the show. All right? That's what they're saying. They're laughing. Here's Mike Lindell. By the way, this is what happened.
Somebody just said, can you sing the Barney song?
Yeah. I love you. You love me, right? Oh, am I allowed to say beef jerky? Huh? PistolPetesJerky.com. Here's Mike Lindell. This is what happened.
Oh, boy.
Mike,
this is serious.
Mike Lindell went on Newsmax, and they talk about censorship. Watch what happens.
So what happened? What happened with your Twitter account and the company page?
Well, first mine was taken down because we have all the election fraud with these Dominion machines. We have 100% proof. And then when they took it down about 3 weeks ago, and then when I put it back up, my personal, it was a
Mike,
thing about my
thank you very much. Mike, you're talking about machines that we at Newsmax have not been able to verify any of those kinds of allegations. We just want to let people know that there's nothing substantive that we've seen. And let me read you something there. While there were some clear evidence of some cases of vote fraud and election irregularities, the election results in every state were certified, and Newsmax accepts the results as legal and final. The courts have also supported that view. So we wanted to talk to you about canceling culture, if you will. We don't want to relitigate the allegations that you're making, Mike, because we understand where you are. So let me ask you this. Do you think that this should be temporary because it appears to be permanent? Could you make an argument that it is temporary?
What?
Could you make an argument that this could be a temporary banning rather than permanent?
No, I want it to be a permanent because you know what? They did this because I'm revealing all the evidence on Friday of all the election fraud with these machines. So I'm sorry if you think it's not
Mike,
it's real.
Can I ask our producers, can we get out of here, please? I don't want to have to keep going over this.
Actually,
we at Newsmax have not been able to verify any of those allegations that you're
Mike, hold on a second. Everybody hold on a second. Mike, hold on 1 second. Let's talk a little bit about just what is happening overall in terms of censorship of...
Trying to cancel out my company and myself. In this country, it's cancel culture. They're trying...
Wow. Wow.
Okay, so so they bring him on to ask him to talk about why he was banned from Twitter, why he lost his accounts on social media, why people are
because he did an investigation.
Because he did an investigation about voting fraud and the Dominion machines. The guy started in on him immediately, trying to shut him down. I mean, and then he gets up and walks away. I mean, seriously. Why did they ask him on in the first place? What did they think he was going to say? You know?
Yeah, this is all over now. This is going viral. So that's why we're commenting on this. This is wild. This is absolutely wild to me. That is just mind-blowing, okay? The direction that we're going. Like, Newsmax can't even... He has to read a legal disclaimer, and we've accepted this.
Well, that's the situation D-Live is putting us in.
You can't question... Huh?
That's the same situation D-Live is putting us in. I mean, you know, we have to...
We're not allowed to talk.
We have to have a disclaimer. We have to, you know... I mean, we have to watch what we say. I mean, it's crazy insane. I don't know. I mean, we're not allowed to talk about these things. He's not allowed to talk about... They bring him on to ask him why, and he tells them why, and they get pissed off at him and walk out. I mean, what kind of news program is that?
Watch this. Watch this. Watch this.
Right.
Carlson is telling viewers that this network, CNN, is trying to force Fox News off the air.
Pause. Back this up. They're openly in all these shows the last 6 months saying, take him off the air, take his sponsors, take him off his cable system, take him off his TV system, take him off the satellite system. Just like when they were banning me, they would go, Jones claims he's being censored. He's just been taken off 60 platforms. And then he goes on to say, we're helping him take him off the air. That's not censorship. So censorship is not censorship. Here it is.
Yeah, hold on a second. We're 45 minutes into this new normal, okay?
Yeah.
I don't feel comfortable with that, okay? I don't. I mean, here's the deal. This is, but here's what I need from you guys, all right? Is I cannot do what I'm about to do, and this is the truth, without your support. There's no way. They literally don't want me to speak to you, okay? And then if I do speak to you, then they say, we're going to cut them off from supporting you. There you go. So what does that do to freaking speech? It waters it down. You know what I say? I'm going to say an extreme statement. You ready? F communists. Okay?
And
that applies to 12-year-olds.
We win again.
Huh?
We win again.
No,
I knew
no. If there's a 12-year-old, I didn't say anything. That's not an extreme statement. Since when is saying F communists? F communists. If there's a 12-year-old in the room, I want your 12-year-old to hear that. You know what? By my standards in the Santilli household, F communism is red, white, and blue, apple pie, Americana, right? We want our family. I'm actually going to do a song. F the communist, F the communist, F the commies, right? F the communist, right? What?
We win.
That's not an extreme statement.
We win.
But seriously, if I have a 10-year-old grandson and he's listening, he'd be like, F the communist, F the communist, F and napalm the commies, right? What? That's you know what? But I can listen to me. But I can't do this, and then everybody sits there and says, "Oh, Pete, you lunch and lemons. Oh my God, you lunch and lemons." And then I got freaking starve. I literally freaking I got a box of corn nuts left, right? And everyone's like, "Yeah, Pete, say it," right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Pete, say it. Go ahead. At whose expense, right? I mean, I'll be saying it to like 3 people off in the corner. Nobody will be listening. They're like, "Oh, we shut you down." I can't. I didn't even make it 1 hour?
No, you didn't even make it 10 minutes. I knew you wouldn't.
Well, I talk like this to my family. I'm not allowed to talk to people.
Right.
I talk like this. Do I not talk like this at home?
You talk like this.
This is the way I speak. Okay? Even to 12-year-olds. Right?
That was extreme.
Where's Rodney?
He's coming.
I knew this was going to happen. I knew he was going to break, and it would be 10 times worse than it would have been.
I can only do this if you go to pistolpetesjerky.com.
But while some cry cancel culture, let me suggest a different way to think about this. A harm reduction model. Most people want clean air and blue skies and accurate news and rational views. And then in that healthy environment that looks beautiful, then we can have great fights about taxes and regulation and healthcare and all the rest. But reducing a liar's reach is not the same as censoring freedom of speech. Freedom of speech is different than freedom of reach. And algorithmic reach is part of the problem.
And so everything that isn't their agenda is censored and controlled. And he tells you, we're not censoring. We're just stopping the reach of harm.
Oh,
and we're doing you a favor, he says that in the full interview, and trying to help Tucker Carlson, trying to help Alex Jones. Because we didn't deplatform Alex Jones. He wasn't censored. I'm not lying to you. I'm Brian Stelter.
Right? This
Incredible.
is what we're up against. And then I'll get in trouble. See, because we're just trying to stop the reach. And then somebody's going to pick up the phone and say, "Oh, Mr. Santilli, you played Alex Jones." Yeah, I'm highlighting a point. You can't do that. We've been told that if we play Alex Jones, they're going to disconnect our fiber cables. Mm-hmm. Who the frig are these people? Who are these people? Who are these people that are calling all these shots like this? Who is this? Mao Zedong? Huh? Mao. Diddy Mao. Diddy Mao. Oh, my goodness. Deb Jordan?
Yes.
We're gonna get to.
I mean, when you get into some of the news that you have prepared to bring on,
I'm not allowed
like
to.
giving funds.
Huh?
Like Joe Biden giving funds to the environmentalists. instead of supporting the people who feed us.
Okay, listen.
That sounds very Stalin and Mao. They starved their people to death too. I'm sorry, that's extreme, but they did. They did.
You know, Biden is now going to divert $30 billion. Okay. By the way, this is for all the 12-year-olds out there. Farmers would make food. Okay.
They feed you.
They feed you, 12-year-olds. And Biden says, nope, we're sending that money to climate change. Huh? Joe Biden is going to divert $30 billion in aid that Trump left for farmers, and he's going to dedicate it to climate change without waiting for Congress. He's going to do that. But we're not allowed to talk about how inappropriate that is for you little 12-year-olds not to be eating. Huh?
Because for us to comment about that would be more extreme than what Joe Biden is doing.
Yes, because these people say that you should wear 4 masks and take an anal swab. Okay? Mm-hmm. That's what they're telling you. And I must go along with that. Get your anal swab. Wear your 4 masks. There you go. Comply.
Yeah.
Comply.
See, under our former president, I won't mention his name.
That's extreme.
A 12-year-old may not be able to handle it.
Yeah.
The farmers and ranchers were lifted up. They saw light at the end of the tunnel. And they were doing so well, and we were feeding America, feeding the world like we always do. And now he, with one stroke of the pen, reverted it all back to the way it was before. And they're going to start anal swabbing our ranchers and our farmers across this nation again. Yeah. And they're going to start stealing their land. They're going to put them out of business so that they can own it. And, and we get to eat plant-based meat.
Yes.
That's what we're going to get while they eat steak. Right?
Hey, Deb.
Kobe beef. What?
Kobe Bryant.
Kobe
Bryant. Deb Jordan.
Yes.
Why is that going to LinkedIn? I don't want it to go to LinkedIn. I got to do this. I got to change something.
I mean, really, farmers are going to go out of business again. All these new farmers, especially, all of these new farmers are going to lose everything.
$30 billion.
That under Trump went into farming because finally there was help and there was an initiative to get people farming again, and it's all going to be taken away from us. And seriously, if the government doesn't own it, they don't want you to have it. This is about the communist way, that nobody should be allowed to have any property.
Okay, listen. If you folks, and I trust your judgment here, okay? Let's let DLive know. We're going to say, oh, it's a democratic process. Here we go. Let's let the listenership know. If you would want your 12-year-old grandchild or son or daughter to hear everything that I've said up to this point, then go ahead and drop some lemons. Seriously. If you can do that. Is this appropriate conversation to have with our family members? This is a family-friendly show. It is. I haven't said anything other. Even anal swab is on the mainstream news. So let's see what happens here, right? There you go. People are dropping lemons. There you go. If you're okay with me talking with your family members in the room, drop those lemons like crazy. All right? We'll let the listenership know. They should have a button that says, "Oh, I don't want because my family is stuck on left-tardism." You know what I mean?
Why can't we have a button why can't the listener actually have a button that says, I don't want to listen to Pete Santilli.